And good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, September 10th, and it is National TV Dinner Day. And we were talking about this before. We love them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a history.
Yes, we did. Growing up with TV dinners. That was great. All right, on our show today, Stuart Spencer is here with Advanced Ear Care, and he's going to talk about, among other things, tinnitus and tell us what that is and how it can affect you. Also, from Community Concerts of Laguna Woods Village, we have Dennis and Yvette Glauber, and they're going to be talking about their upcoming performance. They have 6 concerts a year. One's coming up at the, about a month from now, I think in the early part of October. Also from the Cancer Care at Hogue, we have Dr. Eisenberg. And then from the Shea Center, this is a wonderful thing down in San Juan Capistrano, where they do therapeutic writing, and really just a great thing that these people do and how much that helps people out. So Lisa's going to tell us about the meetings and TV dinners.
Okay, so we only have one meeting today, and that's the United Board meeting at 9:30 this morning, and that will be in the boardroom, and it also will follow our newscast right at 9:30. Okay, so in 1953, C.A. Swanson & Son changed the prepackaged meal business forever, introducing the TV dinner, revolutionizing frozen food. In 1962, Swanson stopped using the name TV dinner. However, in the U.S., the team remains synonymous with any prepackaged dinner purchased frozen from a store and heated at home. The first Swanson TV dinner consisted of a Thanksgiving meal of turkey, cornbread dressing, peas, and sweet potatoes, although that one shows fried chicken, which was one of my favorites. The original tray was made of aluminum, and each food item had their separate compartments. The dinner had to be heated in the oven, and most meals cooked in the oven for about 25 minutes. There, you guys are jumping ahead a bit. So the original product sold for 98 cents, and the first year Swanson's production estimated it was only going to be 5,000 dinners, but to their surprise, they sold 10 million of them. Wow. And in 1960, Swanson added desserts to a new 4-compartment tray. And then in 1964, the Nighthawk name originated from the Nighthawk steakhouses that operated in Austin, Texas from 1939 to 1994. The original diners were open all night, catering to the late night crowd. The restaurants produced the first frozen Nighthawk TV dinner in 1964. In 1973, the first Swanson Hungry Man dinner was marketed, and these were larger portions. And in 1986, the Smithsonian Institute inducted the original Swanson TV dinner tray into the Museum of American History. And there it is, the original. But of course, now if you get a TV dinner, it's plastic and you can put it in the microwave and all, you know, took out all the fun of waiting for my little pie to be ready. But anyway, so Ken, what was your favorite TV dinner?
I would say probably fried chicken.
Yeah, that was
I think most kids probably like that. And then, you know, the famous Salisbury steak, that was kind of a standard one. But we were talking earlier, you know, you always have the little dessert thing, a little cherry tart or whatever it was, but you hated, like, somehow, you know, when those things were packaged and you go to cook it, and then the gravy gets into the dessert or something like that. But, you know, that was part of it. That was fun. It was exciting to have TV dinners as a kid. All right, here we go. We got a couple days of the kind of weather that I like, where we get the morning fog and our temperatures are nice and mild, but unfortunately, as we hit the weekend, the Santa Ana winds are going to come back and probably start to get breezy maybe Thursday. We're definitely going to be warmer on Thursday, but then as we get to the weekend, now right now we're looking mainly at Friday and Saturday is the offshore Santa Ana winds and those temperatures approaching 90 degrees. And then looking ahead to Sunday, it drops back down again. So unlike last week where we probably had 5 or 6 days of this heat and humidity, we're going to get maybe 2.5 days of this. That's kind of what it looks like, maybe 3 days. Thursday is kind of a transition day, but we might get a little of the offshore winds. So it's really going to be Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday that should tail off. But unfortunately, it's hot, dry weather, which of course is never a good thing around here. So enjoy these couple days, hotter over the weekend. As we look around Orange County today and elsewhere, all the temperatures are very similar to what we had yesterday. Not much difference at all. Probably down, I'm looking around, by about 2 degrees everywhere. I think Palm Springs was 99 yesterday. They're down by about 5. Arrowhead only 65 degrees today. So really nice today. Tomorrow will be similar, maybe up by a couple degrees tomorrow, and then transitioning on Thursday, and that high pressure system's going to start to come in. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Do you hear but not understand? I have good news for you. A proprietary system for verifying hearing correction, Verified Best Speech Clarity, is now available through the All-American Hearing Network. This means hearing improvement can now be verified and documented. Your individual hearing correction is guaranteed in writing. Call today to reserve your complimentary private consultation and experience word clarity dialed back into focus on the spot. Try AMP, the world's smallest hearing aid, at an unbelievably small price, just $750. It's ready to go in one visit, comfortable to wear, and virtually invisible when worn. Yes, you can now have verified best speech clarity. Hear every word. Call today to reserve your complimentary private consultation and experience word clarity dialed back into focus on the spot, risk-free.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials, at 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio, or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Dr. Farman Cosmetic and Implant Dentistry is located right outside Gate 6 and has been keeping the village smiling for many years.
I trust Dr. Farman with all my dental procedures and all my dental work. Thank goodness I found Dr. Farman.
We have been serving the community of Laguna Woods for almost 20 years now. Come and visit us at Brilliant Smile for all your dental needs.
We are close to Gate 6, near Snooty Fox Restaurant, behind Coco's.
And welcome back. With me right now is Stuart Spencer of Advanced Ear Care. Great to have you here today, sir.
Always good to be here, Ken. Thank you.
And we are going to talk about, I said tendinitis earlier. That's tennis. That's the elbow. No, tinnitus, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tinnitus or tinnitus, they pronounce it both ways.
Now,
That's right.
I have a question for you. And is that something ringing in the ear and that sort of thing, or is it something different? Or
tinnitus is, it can be a whole variety of things.
Okay.
I mean, it's ringing, buzzing, hum, click. I had one lady come in and say, Stuart, she says, I hear this Christian gospel music in my head. And she said, I'm Jewish. We just had the biggest laugh over that,
That was funny.
And she just thought that was hysterical. And so did I, and ironically enough, a lady came in just about 2 or 3 weeks later and said she heard singing as well. I looked it up. And it's a type of tinnitus, as they
How can you hear
this thing. I don't know the details of that, but they label it. There's some kind of label for that kind of tinnitus. So it's all over the place. And people are always inquiring about it. Gosh, lots of people ringing in the ears, buzzing in the ears, hum, click, just different kind of sounds. Some, really consistent, very loud and annoying and bothersome to people. I have a lady right now going to UCI for some tinnitus therapy. And just a real extreme kind of case, and it was just kind of developed over time. We had it under control for a while, but then it just really went out of control. So it varies. So now they're trying to use the CBD and the THC, the cannabis products, to see if any of that has some kind of effect.
Right.
So they're in the early stages of that. I just read an article yesterday about that in the Hearing Journal from Dr. Dennis Colucci. Wrote that article, and it was a very interesting article, seeing what they can do to either suppress it or that type of thing, but nothing really came out of it, that was conclusive.
What is going on when somebody has ringing in the ears? I mean, we all get that.
Yeah, there's
even
a lot
kids will get it for
a lot of speculation,
maybe for an hour or something.
A lot of speculation, about what exactly that is. Is it the nerve endings firing when they shouldn't be firing, and they're spasmodic, and so you constantly hear that? Is it the blood flow in the capillaries around the ear canal? Specifically the inner ear, the cochlea, denying, the blood flow. So, one doctor described it to me as like water running over rocks, and those narrowing capillaries around the ear, and so you hear a sound that really shouldn't be there.
Right.
Very interesting story. This gentleman, patient of mine, research doctor, came in and said, he's developing this machine that has these cuffs that they put all over people's bodies, and they squeeze them in different sequences to clear the aortas, right? Instead of open heart surgery or stents.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't let him test the device here, so he went to Germany and did it, and very successful, cleared the arteries. But the ironic thing was the cardiologist's wife was an audiologist, and all of her patients that had tinnitus that did this, it cured it.
Wow.
So they're still, unfortunately, he's passed away, but his son is also a doctor, and they're continuing the research in that.
Wow.
And trying to develop this for the heart patients.
Yeah.
And as a tinnitus, relief as a byproduct. So, last time I knew, they were trying to raise $60 million, to get this machine all in place, and with regulatory issues and that type of thing. So, maybe there's some cure down the road, but it's quite an issue. A lot of people have it and are very bothered by it. The very nice thing, I'll just conclude with this, is a lot of times people just wear hearing aids. Just the amplification that they're hearing masks a lot of that tinnitus,
right?
And they love it for that.
Okay, interesting though.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. All right, the holidays are here, or upon us soon.
Oh boy,
soon, 4 months. Really, I went in. Where did I go yesterday? Was it? Oh, over the weekend I walked into Big Lots because I thought, I might get a couple little extra Halloween things and like that. Christmas.
Wow.
The Halloween stuff was I had to search for it. Wow. And this woman walked in with a little girl, was probably, 4 or 5. And she was like, "Mommy, why is there Christmas stuff here?"
Yeah, in September.
She was like, "That's kind of silly." But yeah.
Yeah, there goes the marketing, right?
Yeah.
So, and we back up, a lot, October hits, and then November comes, family starts coming in November. We always have a cycle, of where we're fitting people and testing them and making sure that they're hearing well with the hearing aids. It's about 4 weeks, before they really want to be, at top form. So, we kind of push that back a little bit, just for performance and a lot of FaceTime with the patients to make sure they're really maximizing their hearing clarity before the family gets into town.
Yeah.
Or, a lot of families are already here. It's just now they gather, right, a lot more consistently. And, that's where the challenges come in, is, hearing and noise. And so we always want to make sure people are hearing the best they can, and, invite them to come in and get tuned up for the Turkey Day, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And, you said this before, maybe you're at home one-on-one with someone and you're doing okay. But when you get into a group, it's very hard.
Yeah, gosh, there's just no reason not to be hearing better in all these situations today. We can't go in there and regrow those nerve endings to make people hear perfect.
Right.
But boy, we can really put them right up there today with the technologies we have. And all of it, doesn't have to cost a fortune.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So that's something you can help out with. And here's another one, not hearing conversations on the phone, and there's different things that can help you out.
That's right. Of course, we have hearing systems today that tie right into phones, Androids and iPhones, and that's remarkable. Just like I'm wearing, goes right from my cell phone. Matter of fact, when you were asking me questions earlier, my phone was ringing in my hearing aids, and so I forgot to turn it off.
Were you hearing gospel music?
Yeah, not yet. So there's that kind of streaming, but there's also just some really great phone systems in companies that help people just with the phone. That's just their wheelhouse specialty.
Yeah.
And one of them is caption call, and we've worked really closely with Lisa lately in our office, and she's come in and shown people and given them demos on this caption call phone that actually, has the scripts come up, so they read the scripts. You've heard about this stuff, but a lot of people hear about it and they think, oh, well, that's not for me, or it's going to be too much, or, I don't know how to get one, or, all those kind of confusing things that they have when they think about maybe approaching something like that. And, the thing is, they're free. You know, so you know, all we have to do is verify that somebody has an actual hearing loss.
Right.
You know, and so it's just a quick hearing screening in our office, and we can see they have a loss. We just file to get the phone. They bring it right out. They set it up, show you how to use it. I mean, these things have answering phones now, volume controls. They've got the scripts. I mean, they're Bluetooth, so you can connect it to a cell phone if you want to. It's really a nice system.
Yeah.
So Caption Call, you know, is the name of that phone, and it's really been a home run. You know, with the phone, it's all hearing. You know, there's no looking at lips or facial expressions. I mean, it's a different game with hearing altogether. It really pushes the limits of it. So with these type of devices, they really help a lot.
You know, one thing that, you know, speaking of that is, of course, nowadays when people have, you can use Skype, or, you know, if you have Apple products, you can use FaceTime and things like that. So there are, you know, instances now that might be easier for people when they do that. Maybe they lip read a little bit or something like that, and
absolutely,
you know, it's all helped out. Yeah,
no, it's fantastic thing to pick on FaceTime, right?
Yeah,
you know, just that simple. Sometimes you can just see somebody.
Yeah,
it just makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it does.
Huge difference.
Now, one product you've talked about before, and that's the Via. It has all these different kinds of features in it, and it's really quite remarkable.
Boy, I tell you, you know, we're fitting a lot of them, and just getting such great results back. And you know, you just touched on something. You know, is the technology is really getting to where it's interfacing, you know, kind of in a broader band. So for instance, I had a lady that just wanted to stream her Netflix videos from her MacBook notebook into her hearing aids, right? Because she likes to watch her Netflix videos there. And so we figured out how to do it, you know, and how to connect the hearing aids to her MacBook Pro, that's what it was. And and then she liked to stream her audiobooks into her hearing aids. And so she was getting some background noise. So we figured out a way how to stream the audiobooks and turn off one of the microphones so she wouldn't pick up so much background noise.
Wow.
She's like, this is amazing. So you talk about real solutions.
Yeah.
You know, now they've come out with a little feature, and it's real simple. It's nothing amazing, but you set the hearing aid down on the table and for like 5 minutes, and then it goes to sleep. You know, so it saves the battery life, you know?
Yeah.
And so if you get your hair done, or, you know, you're going whatever, you know, swimming or something like that, you know, it's just not eating up the batteries, and you pick it up and it kicks back on. And the other thing is you get the reminders. You get to put reminders in your phone.
Yeah.
And it tells you when to take your medication, when to go for a walk,
Wow.
when your next doctor's appointment is, you know, what time to call your son or your
That is really
granddaughter.
cool.
Yeah, so it really is a lot of fun. It just keeps getting better.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you can help people out with that or whatever you'd
Absolutely.
like to. Now, you wanted to tell me your son is now going to Northern Arizona University.
Oh my
which,
gosh.
I've been by a few times, because sometimes when we've gone out to Santa Fe, we stop in Flagstaff for the night. And that's where it's at. Flagstaff's a great town.
It's
isn't
beautiful.
It? Yeah, it really is beautiful.
You know, it's just a beautiful town. It's a great community. You know, Luke, you know, my son, we just dropped him off there a few weeks ago. You know, kind of a bittersweet thing, right? You're so proud he's going, but so glad he's so sorry that, you know, he's leaving at the same time. So, you know, we went through that whole experience. It was just fantastic. But, you know, the town and the university are so integrated.
Yes, they are.
You know, so, I mean, it's just like everything's there. It's a real college town. So I'm really happy for him. It's a great environment.
He's playing hockey.
Yeah, and he's playing ice hockey.
Wow.
You know, he just made the team Saturday. So,
Very good.
yeah, he went to their training camp and the tryouts, and they posted the roster and his name's on it. So he was really proud of that, and so am I.
Yeah, it's a really neat town, and we were there for 4th of July once because we were going out to Santa Fe, and it just worked out. And we went to, they have this one, kind of a, near there, an upscale community and golf course, and that's where the fireworks were. But it was really neat because it was like a little hometown kind of firework display, and a lot of railroad goes through there, and they have a whole little area downtown. It's a cool place. And Bearizona.
Bearizona, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. You've been there.
I have.
Yeah. Bearizona, by the way, is kind of like what Lion Country Safari was years ago.
That's right.
Only it has to do with the wildlife in that area, and it's really fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, Sedona's right there. I mean, it's just a beautiful
Sedona,
area.
Williams, and of course the Grand Canyon. So
that's right.
Very good. All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you as always.
Always great to see you.
You take care. We'll be back.
welcome to Village Television. I'm Lisa Hart.
And I'm Ken Goldenberg.
We're the hosts of This Day Morning Show.
And today we'd like to help you navigate our YouTube channel where you can watch all your favorite Village Television programs.
First, you will want to open your browser and in the search bar, type in YouTube. Or if you are using Google, you can go to the upper right-hand corner and click on the 9 dots, which make a square, and this will provide a pull-down menu. Choose YouTube. Upon YouTube opening, there will be a search bar for you to type in Village Television.
Select the Village Television logo or select the words Village Television. Once you are on the Village Television's YouTube channel, you will have a few options: videos, playlists, channels, discussion, about, and search. To watch videos, it's best to know which show you want to watch. Click on the playlist.
Here you will choose which show you'd like to watch. For example, if you want to watch This Day, select This Day. You can scroll down and look for the video you are looking for. Or if you know what the subject is about, you can use the search button, which is the magnifying glass, and type in the subject.
To subscribe to the channel, you can click on the subscribe button and click on the bell. To view all governance videos, including Third, United, GRF, or VMS reports, go to the Laguna Woods Village website, and then in the upper left-hand corner, click on the YouTube logo. And once YouTube opens, you can use the search icon for the specific meeting or report you are looking for.
Thank you for watching, and we hope this has helped you find all the fun shows and videos at
Village Television.
At LA Carpet & More, you'll find the largest selection, all at the lowest prices, every day. Now choose from dozens of top carpet and tile brands at 50% off. Or choose from our versatile waterproof wood and laminate flooring, an incredible value at 50% off. Or a complete kitchen and bath remodel in a variety of styles is now 50% off. Plus get 5 years 0% financing. Refresh your home for less from the #1 choice, LA Carpet & More.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
Well, I'd like to welcome a couple guests from the Community Concerts of Laguna Woods Village. And I didn't realize how long this organization has been around. So I'd like to welcome today both Yvette and Dennis Glauber. And great to have you here today.
Thank you.
And I'm looking here what you sent me, 54 years this has been around.
We have been here almost as long as the village.
Wow.
54 years of providing great music by great musicians to the community.
Wow.
To great audiences, appreciative audience.
That is amazing. I did not know that. Now, we're going to talk about your event coming up, your first one, on October 6th. But before we get there, how did this start? I mean, obviously, how long have you folks have been here? Obviously not 54 years, but...
Thank you.
Yeah. We've only been involved residents of the village since 2013.
Okay.
And were immediately co-opted into community concerts. But the 54 years, I learned that because our co-president, Yvette is one co-president, but our co-president, Carol Coppage, did a bit of recent history research, and I quote the 54 because she has had a little article in the program of the upcoming season. It started as a nationwide thing where they provided, I don't know who the organization was that provided musicians to smaller communities across the country, which wouldn't normally have the ability to import musicians.
Yeah.
And the national thing folded after some while, but Laguna Woods continued to thrive. And I know the founding chairman, I believe, Sid Hall was his name, I think, was the president for something like 25 years.
Wow, that's impressive. That is really something.
As I say, my information is secondhand. Carol Coppage dug all that out.
So Yvette, tell me about these musicians that you get. Now you do 6 concerts a year, and the first one's coming up October 6th. and then November, January, February, March, and then April. But are these musicians from around the area, from Southern California, or they travel in, or?
No, not necessarily. We obviously have a stringent budget.
Yes.
So a lot depends on that. So we balance it in a way. And we have large groups, we have soloists, we have duos, we have trios, and we try and balance the 5 so that there are 2 large groups and 2 smaller ones. And as I say, fortunately, we're very well connected with many musicians. You know, I have a long history of arts administration and just love what I do. So we've got to know people and they enjoy coming here. We work with their agents in negotiating the cost of it. We fortunately have an excellent performing arts center.
Yes, yeah.
With a capacity of 850.
Yeah.
And so, we don't sell individual tickets, so we don't have any box office
right, and you sell, it's a season.
It's
a season.
$60.
6 concerts, working out at $10 a concert.
We'll come to that. Can I
Sure.
help answer Ken's question about the musicians? I want to boast, we really have quality musicians. In recent seasons, we've had the gold medal winner of the Van Cliburn contest. It doesn't get much any higher than that. We've had the gold medal winner of the Nuremberg competition. The season coming up, not this season, but the season after that, we have the gold medal winner of the Leeds International Piano Competition. We have world-class musicians. And it's convenient when some of them are from the Southern California area. It also, we tie in with international musicians who are touring
along
the state,
West
so that
Coast.
we can afford them, or they because they're
already in the area.
They may be in Los Angeles the previous night and in San Diego the following night, that kind of thing.
So, because this is a season, how do people sign up for this? Because you just said it's not available at the box office. Am I right?
The flyers with the application forms are at all clubhouses.
Okay.
And I can make it easy for listeners. You just write in to P.O. Box 2821.
Okay.
Laguna Woods, of course, 92637. And there's also a phone number I can offer, which is on the printed flyer as well. Okay,
and I found this, the flyer and all, I just looked up community concerts of Laguna Woods Village on Google, and it came up.
Yes.
So I found it very easily.
Good.
Yeah. But this concert, this first one that's coming up is October 6th.
Yes.
So they need to get their tickets in advance, right? Or can they get it that day? Are you going to be there? They can buy the season
we
there?
would suggest to any viewer who we've managed to interest in this, we would suggest that you pick up a flyer at either online or at any clubhouse.
Okay.
And fill in the application form and get it into the address P.O. Box 2821.
Okay.
But failing that, even if you, I think I'm correct in saying on the concert of October 6th, they will be able to buy a season ticket.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
They won't. Nobody can buy a ticket for, hey, I just need to go to this concert, I can't make the next one. That's bad luck. You buy a subscription or you don't.
Okay, and obviously this must be doing well year after year, people buying subscriptions, because you've been doing it for so long.
We're proud of that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the quality of the artists.
You've got quite a bit here coming up over the next 6-7 months or so.
Ken, I was rude, I interrupted Yvette. You were saying the incredibly low cost. Would you want to go on with that?
Well, I think, I've made that point that it works out at $10
Yeah.
a concert, and prices have increased,
Sure,
as we
they have.
know.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have just become prohibitive.
Right. Yeah.
In terms of the cost of it. And people are paying that for one concert.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that's, and the fact that they really enjoy coming here. Possibly, I don't know, but possibly they have a connection. Well, this is something they do for their grandmother or their parents or whatever.
Yeah.
And they do it, and as I said, they enjoy the break from the formality of, sort of, a lot of them stay with members or committee members. And I would just like to take one minute to just thank Carol Coppage, my co-presenter, co-president. She is a whiz with the administrative side and contracts, etc., and contacts with the agents. I prefer the artistic aspect of it and the content.
She's. I think we've had her on before.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
It works well.
I want to remind people again that this first concert is coming up October 6th, and it's called Delirium Musicum, and it's led by a violinist, and it's a chamber ensemble that brings together some of the most creative and refined musicians in Los Angeles.
That's correct, and the program is splendid. They'll be doing Vivaldi's Four Seasons, You Cannot Go Wrong, together with some shorter works as well.
Okay, very good. Well, to the both of you, thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
Good.
And come to our concert.
And good luck for a good season coming up.
And we welcome new people.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. And we'll be right back.
I run Fox News. Anyone outside is the enemy.
We need to reclaim this country for the real Americans.
Gretchen?
Roger. I'm broadening my audience.
Well, I hired you because you're a beauty queen.
He's a bully.
I will do anything to protect my people. I'm a multifaceted man.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the jewelry box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
Welcome back. Today we have Dr. Burton Eisenberg here with us, who's with Hoag, and we're going to talk about cancer research and also precision medicine and how that's going to be helping cancer. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So you've been with Hoag for about 5 years now. What are some
Yes.
of the things that you're responsible for there?
So I was originally recruited to Hoag from the East Coast, from New England, actually, to develop and expand the cancer programs.
Okay.
The emphasis was on complete care, on multidisciplinary programs, and we have a very strong relationship with Norris Cancer Center at USC. So it was bringing that element into Hoag and to be able to sort of mix it with the Hoag physicians as well.
Okay. So then when you have to when you work with both of them, do you send people to that area as well as they send people to you, or how does that work?
Yeah, so the rationale for this was to be able to bring some of the Norris Cancer Center, the USC contingent, to Hoag in the community, because about 85% of cancer care in the United States is actually delivered in the community setting.
Okay.
And the thought was, if we can develop programs that were comprehensive and available to the people in our catchment area, that they wouldn't have to travel and go that significant trip up the 5 to LA.
Right. Okay. So now, with the partnership and probably other things that you're doing at Hoag, what are some of the, I guess you guys are expanding clinical trials and moving towards precision medicine. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so, you know, over the years, almost every new innovative therapy for cancer is developed through clinical trials. I mean, when we come up with a new treatment for cancer, and it comes out of research, almost all of these do. The important point here is to be able to deliver it to patients in a very regimented and safe way.
Right.
And to do that, you have to initiate a clinical research trial. So we compare, basically, in most of these trials, we're comparing standard of care, what is present today, to maybe a better care that will be standard of care tomorrow.
Okay.
And so clinical research is sort of the most important aspect of a comprehensive cancer program.
What are some of the things that we're actually finding today in these trials, as well as once we're applying precision medicine? And we were talking a little bit beforehand where, you know, before it was a cocktail and you kind of, you know, said, we'll try this and see if it works. That could go away.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the cancer treatments in the past have been based sort of on empiricism. Some giving someone, particularly patients with advanced cancer, giving them a drug of some kind that had an effect on killing cells. And the more cells that drug killed, the better the thought was that the drug would be effective against cancer in individuals.
Right.
We're getting away from that now. So the best way now to describe how cancer patients are treated is that we break down the genetic controls of their cancer, which genes are bad, and then take advantage of that information to develop treatments that are specifically targeted to those bad genes and not to the good ones.
It's just amazing. I mean, that's only been within, what, the last 10 years?
I would say the last decade we've seen a tremendous evolution, if you will, in cancer treatment based on our understanding of the genomic basis of cancer.
Exactly. And then, of course, you have to partner with a lot of different companies and organizations that are you know, doing that type of research to be able to understand it, right?
We do, and we now, in most advanced cancers particularly, we will take the tumor from the patient
and actually analyze that tumor for the vast complex of genetic controls that are causing that cancer. And many of these tests are done by companies that we partner with.
Right.
And we get that information back and then collate all of that data to develop new treatments.
Does that require an understanding by the doctors as well? I mean, I know that they have some amazing training, but with this new precision medicine, is there new training for them that they have to undergo?
Well, there is. I mean, this whole area has evolved tremendously over the last decade, as we said, but also it evolves almost every month. And so continuing education is important. Most physicians that haven't finished training recently are being reintroduced to this different biology of cancer. And so we have a number of courses, CME courses. We have tumor boards, essentially, where we present some of these. Hoag has a molecular tumor board where we actually take patients, real patients, that are being treated and go over all of these genetic abnormalities in the patients and describe what they mean, how they function, and why it causes their cancer, and then go into detail as to how we might better treat that patient. So, and physicians attend these conferences, and so it's a learning experience too.
Right, absolutely, and that's very exciting. I mean, super exciting that we're getting to this point, and who knows where we'll be in the future.
Right.
And speaking of the future, how is Hoag, growing its cancer services? You mentioned a few, but is there some last-minute things you'd like to tell us?
Yeah. So the goal is comprehensive care, and that is looking at individual patients, trying to evaluate whether or not that particular patient has a risk for developing cancer, and then initiate programs to try to mitigate that risk in ways. And also, obviously, to provide for complementary care. So, the physical therapy and speech therapy and even, yoga exercise is something that will complement their cancer treatment.
Great. Well, thank you so much for the information. It was very nice to have you on.
Good, thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you very much.
And if you would like more information about what we've discussed here today, you can always call 949-7-CANCER. We'll be right back after this.
What's happened to healthcare? It wasn't so long ago that your doctor understood your health history because they were part of it. From labor pains to life's health challenges, you could rely on that relationship with your family physician. Then something happened. Healthcare changed. Seeing a doctor can feel like running into a stranger. A 60-minute wait for a 6-minute visit. Hoag Medical Group is here to change all of that. Our doctors do more than react to illness. They become your personal physician for life. Always listening, never rushing, helping to chart a healthy path together, walking with you at every turn. This is the way healthcare was meant to be, with enhanced features such as same-day appointments, care coordination, and direct access to Hoag's world-class professionals and services. Hoag Medical Group. We listen, we care, we're committed to you for life.
Mind and Memory Program at Mission Hospital is an outpatient program specifically designed for patients with a memory disorder who have developed a mental health issue, such as depression, anxiety, or paranoia. Patients are welcome every day, Monday through Friday, up to 4 days a week. On-site meals and snacks are included, and transportation to and from the program is available. The program focuses on improvement in overall mood, function, and concentration, as well as a decrease in depression or anxiety. Call today to find out if you or your loved one qualifies for the Mind and Memory Program.
Envision, the eye doctor's #1 choice.
We are a community of surgeons and optometrists dedicated to helping you live better by seeing better.
We offer advanced lens options to fit your lifestyle. We also offer the latest in laser technology for cataract surgery. We are Envision, the eye doctor's #1 choice.
With clear vision, all things are possible. To schedule your appointment, contact us at 866-599-2740.
Welcome back. We have a very exciting organization. It's called the Shea Therapeutic Center. And with me is Bonnie Eastman and John Caldwell. And they're going to talk to us about an event that's coming up and all the wonderful things you guys do down there. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
So as we were saying, it's been quite some time since I've been down there, and you've changed a lot, and I'm sure you've expanded your programs.
Yes.
But just for those of us who don't really know what you guys do, maybe you can give us an overview, and either one can start, whoever would like to go.
Well, yeah. First of all, the full name of the organization is the J.F. Shea Therapeutic Riding Center.
Okay.
But anybody who has spent any time there is just the Shea Center.
Right.
It's a lot easier, really.
Sure.
Anyhow, and just as a sidebar, that the J.F. Shea came into it because the property where the riding center is located was a gift from Shea Building Company, who builds homes and all kinds of buildings all over the country, actually.
So what are we looking at here? I mean, that's a pretty huge property. Did it start out that big?
8 acres. No, it did not. We've grown. And originally the center had pipe stalls for the horses, no covered arenas, no lighting, porta potties. Kind of primitive, but it worked. And over the years, through generous donations and partnerships, we have been able to grow it into this beautiful state-of-the-art facility that it is today.
And really, what does it do? I mean, you have horses, obviously, but they're used for a purpose.
Yes. Oh yes. Well, the whole idea is therapeutic riding, and the mission that we have at the Shea Center is to improve the lives of individuals with disabilities using horse-related programs.
Okay.
And so the horses then play a major part, and we can get into that. Therapeutic riding is the riding of a horse, and the youngster. Let me just back up just for a second. About 85% of the riders that come to the Shea Center are under 18 years of age.
Okay.
So we see a lot of youngsters.
Yes.
But the age of people who come there during the course of the week can be as young as, I understand, 2 years of age.
2 up to 99.
99.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. But they have some kind of disability. Maybe it's autism, or cerebral palsy. What are some of the other things?
Exactly.
Yeah, we have 75 diagnoses that we work with.
Okay.
The #1 is autism.
Okay.
#2, I believe, is Down syndrome, cerebral palsy. We have lots of folks with cerebral palsy. Stroke victims could be accident victims, perhaps an auto accident where they've had some spinal cord or some spinal injuries.
Okay.
And the riding of a horse, the movement of a horse, is very unique in that it replicates and forces the muscles in the human body to fire in exactly the same order that they would if they were walking. So if someone is unable to walk or has very weak core strength, riding the horse causes their muscles involuntarily. They don't consciously have to work at it, but it causes those muscles to fire and thus build strength.
Wow. So if you did have somebody who you put up on a horse that maybe couldn't sit up, do you have braces and things that hold them in? Wow, that
we
is
have all
amazing.
kinds of, depending, we have some riders that are, like for instance on the autism spectrum, but they're very high functioning and very strong physically. They don't necessarily need physical support, but then we have others who are very needy in that respect. And so we might have a person on each side of them, someone leading the horse, and so it can be 3, sometimes 4 people supporting that one rider, which is why we have so many volunteers, and we need so many volunteers.
Right, and I wanted to mention that you would like volunteers, and we do have a lot of people in our community that I'm sure would love it. We have a huge equestrian following here. We do have our equestrian center here and people who board horses and ride horses. And so if you did want to volunteer, what would be the best way for them to get in touch? Just go to the shaycenter.org?
The website.
Okay, so go to the website. Okay, good. And before we go, I wanted to mention that you have a wonderful annual barbecue and family fair coming up.
Yes.
And that's when, September 21st.
September
so
21st.
not too far away.
Yes.
Just quickly tell me about that.
Well, Bonnie knows. she is the ranking officer at the
Oh,
State
well,
Center.
all right. Well, we're going to let you give us the details
So
then.
it's called the Barbecue and Family Fair because it's a family event.
Okay.
We get about 1,500 people.
Wow, that's great.
And it's held at the Shea Center, but the whole center is transformed from a working, stable barn facility to this party venue.
Wow.
And we have everything from a carnival for the kids with carnival games. We have a petting zoo that comes in, which is a big hit. We have barn tours so people can come and meet our horses.
Oh, nice.
And we have rider demonstrations so people can see what we do.
Okay.
Because it's sometimes a little difficult to grasp what equine therapy would be. Once you see it, you get it, and you see the joy on the faces of the kids. You can see it up on the screen behind us here. And once you see that, it's very impactful, and then you get it. And we also have a sponsor saloon for people who might want to buy a VIP ticket. They can come and mix and mingle and enjoy a cocktail and past hors d'oeuvres. The Montage of Laguna Beach does our catering.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
They actually come down and set up their kitchen on the property.
Oh, that's great.
It's quite a phenomenon.
That sounds fun.
And then we have dancing. We have a live country swing band that is so much fun.
Yeah. Okay.
And what else do we do?
We have the really grand moment because every year we have a parade of stars, and there are about 60 of the clients, and they're mostly all youngsters with their moms and dads. And they enter into the dining area among all this is in the VIP section, which fills up the entire arena. And they come through and they get a standing ovation.
Oh, that's great.
And it's so touching, you know.
I bet.
Yeah, the whole evening is about our riders, and it's for our riders, and the money that we raise, and we've been about $1 million for the last few years.
Good for
in
you.
one night.
Oh, man,
so
that's awesome.
It's a tremendous, tremendous event, and it's so heartwarming. And
it sounds
great.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for being on. I
Thank you
really
for having
appreciate
us.
you coming on, and good
you.
luck. That's not too far away, so hopefully your tickets are just about.
You're cordially invited.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well, I would love to attend.
And
Thank
we
you.
still have some tickets available.
Good.
Seniors, 55 and older, is $30.
Oh, good.
To get in, and you get a wonderful barbecue dinner, and you can dance and have a grand time.
That sounds wonderful.
It's
Thank you so
terrific,
much.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Thanks,
Lisa.
Lisa.
And if
Thank
you
you
want
very
more
much.
information about this event or anything that we've talked about here, you can always go to shaycenter.org. We'll be right back.
I had been with another hospice for my husband, Ed. After about 2 months, I thought, they're not doing much for me. So I went to the computer and brought up the list of hospices, and there was OC. Their response was immediate. They did everything. They had all their ducks in the row, and that's what I was looking for. It was comforting till the very end, and then at the very end, the last 3 days, you know, it was continuous care, and nobody ever left him.
Pacific Cremation Society offers the same cremation services as traditional funeral homes at a fraction of the cost. Call today to get your free $30 membership using the code MyMembership. Being a member guarantees special savings off all of our cremation plans. To request a free personal planning guide, call or visit us online at www.pacificcremationsociety.com. Start your conversation with Pacific Cremation Society today.
Welcome to Palm Terrace Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center. We are known in the community for compassionate and professional nursing care. Once our guests enter the road to recovery, our expert rehab therapy team rolls into action. Our goal is your comfort and your health. Please feel free to call us at 949-587-9000 or stop by and enjoy a personalized tour of Palm Terrace Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center.
Well, our movie for Friday, which happens to be Friday the 13th, is Forrest Gump. So it's a happy movie and a very fun movie. So as you know, Forrest Gump, he's a simple man with a low IQ, but good intentions. He is running through childhood with his best and only friend, Jenny. His mama teaches him the ways of life and leaves him to choose his destiny. Forrest joins the Army for service in Vietnam, finding new friends called Dan and Bubba. He wins medals, creates a famous shrimp fishing fleet, inspires people to jog, starts a ping pong craze, creates the smiley, writes bumper stickers and songs, donates to people, and meets the president several times. However, this is all relevant to Forrest, who can only think of his childhood sweetheart, Jenny Curran, who has messed up her life. Although in the end, all he wants to prove is that anyone can love anyone. It is directed by Robert Zemeckis, and it stars Tom Hanks, Sally Field, Robin Wright, and Gary Sinise. And that's a great movie. So Friday the 13th, we will be showing that at 2 and 7 p.m. Okay, well, we're going to go right to the weather, and looking pretty good. We had a little fog this morning, but it's going to be getting warmer towards the weekend. As Ken mentioned, we're only going to have a couple of days, like 2.5 days of some warmth. So today we got 77, 63. Then by Thursday, we're up to 85. And then by Saturday, 89, 68. So you guys have a great day in the village. And don't forget, the United Board meeting will be right after this at 9:30. Have a great day in the village, and we'll see you tomorrow.